Tutorial Tim believes game development is impossible, but he's only ever watched tutorials. He wakes up, opens YouTube and tells himself that he's learning. He replays the same basics over and over. Every video makes him feel smart, but none of it sticks when he tries to build. He believes he's the problem, when the real problem is the way he's learning. Active Alex does the opposite. One small experiment at a time, he struggles, fixes, and actually understands. His projects look simple, but they work. 2 months later, Alex ships his first game. Tim quit game development because he believed it was too hard. There is currently this huge problem in game development that's called tutorial hell. And even I was stuck in tutorial hell for years before I finally figured out what's the best way to learn. And only then that's when I actually made real progress and finally released my first game. So what even is tutorial hell? Well, tutorial hell, that's where we have tutorials as our main learning. That's where you believe that you are actually going to understand the things from just watching a tutorial alone and maybe even following along. But the thing is that tutorials, they don't work even though you're following along on your own screen. Sure, you probably feel like you can recognize the things, you can probably like explain the thing while you're actually doing it. But when it comes to actually applying the things inside the game engine of things that you actually did in the tutorials, you could probably relate to this, and you probably know that you aren't going to understand and remember anything from the tutorials. Your brain is going to just be completely blank once you open the game engine. And I actually have a very good explanation for this. And it's completely logical, it's just how our brain works. Our brain only stores information when it actually thinks it's important. And the thing is, when things are easy, like tutorials are very easy. You don't think, you just follow along and you can just endlessly, without using much energy in your brain, you can just follow along, like do the thing, you get the result because you can click play and you get like the experiment prototype in your own game engine. And it's kind of cool because it's like more advanced than you could ever dream of. But the thing is, our brain doesn't use energy or its memory to actually store things that are easy, because when things are easy, well, the brain thinks that we always are going to like have this easy solution. So there's no point of the brain to actually remember it. So for your life as well, at least I know for me, the things I know the best in my life are things that I went through the hard way. Things that I struggled with, things that were hard for me. And if I were to give a game development example, it's to not watch tutorials, to try learning, because I spent years and years and years following tutorials, honestly, just wasting so much time just following these project tutorials, following along, not like learning anything from it. And since that was like a hard period, I know 100% that it doesn't work right now. It's like something that I learned because it was hard. So when tutorials don't work, what are we going to do instead then? I hear you asking. And let me tell you, active learning is the only way to actually understand code. And I'm going to put extra emphasis on understand, because understanding and recognition are two completely different things. And recognition, that's what you get from tutorials, where you have something in your short-term memory and you can kind of explain it, you can like know what it does if you are presented with the thing. But to actually use something practically, like have it in a long-term memory and actually be able to use it in multiple ways, we need to understand a thing. And understanding only comes from building and experimenting. And why is that? Well, it's because that's going to be the struggle that I'm talking about. It's going to be preferably the desirable difficulty, so it's going to like be a little bit of a struggle for you, but it's not going to be that hard that you have no chance to actually achieve it. You need to find the sweet spot here. That's what we call a desirable difficulty, and that's where we want to be to actually learn something, basically in all aspects of life, but in game development especially. So specifically to implement active learning into game development, we're going to do what I call the struggle, build and repeat framework. It was only after I implemented this framework that I actually made progress in game development and that I finally released my 3 games, even when I spent years stuck in tutorials. But before you finally get the knowledge and the method that's actually going to be the best and only way to learn game development, I just want to quickly mention my program SmartIndie, which is built upon active learning, the things that we're talking about right now. And I'll take you through the entire process from a complete beginner to releasing and finishing your first game in only 60 days. So if that sounded interesting to you, then it's the first link in the description. With that being said, here's what you can start doing today to start learning game development the right way. So the first thing I want you to do, even if it's small, I just wanted to start experimenting with something that you already know. It can be like whatever, small things, small lines of code, an example I use a lot is just make a simple jumping system where you basically just add the force using a rigid body. Specifically for Unity, but like you can probably do like something similar in Unreal or Godot or whatever engine you might use. I know, like especially younger me, I'd say to myself, well, I can't do anything, Kevin, so what am I going to do? What you're going to do then is that you're simply going to search for the simple jumping system. I think that's a good example to use. The simple jumping system in your game engine, so search for example, how to make a jumping in Unity, for example. Search for that. And then paste the code in. It's going to be like a few lines, maybe like 40 lines of code in total. Only a few of these lines are actually going to do anything, and only a few of these are going to be like relevant to experiment and tweak with. So that's the next point. After you have the script inside of your IDE, I just want you to tweak a lot of things with that. Just tweak as many things as you possibly can. Try to figure out new lines of code that you can add to it. Just try to guess, use the like IDE as your help and your guide. For example, if you want to like implement input into the game, just try to type like input, try to figure out what happens when you do like specific things, and just have your IDE be your friend here. This all comes down to the desirable difficulty that we talked about a little before, where you don't want to like immediately search for the solution. You want to actually struggle a bit with the problem and actually restrict your information on purpose. You should restrict your information for each mechanic that you want to implement. Try to experiment and figure it out yourself for around 10 to 20 minutes. That's what I think the sweet spot is. If you can't do it after 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the difficulty and the size of the thing you want to experiment with, then I want you to use Google, not AI. I want you to use Google and search for the specific documentation, or you can also use a Reddit or Stack Overflow discussion. Something really dry, so that it doesn't become too easy. As we talked about, we need things to be hard on purpose. And this entire thing, it's not going to feel as easy as tutorials, but that's the reason why you fell into the trap of tutorial hell to begin with. It's that tutorials, it was too easy for you, so you just did it because it was so easy. But to actually learn game development, it is actually quite hard. It's not like learning Spanish where you can just remember like the different grammar. Game development, it's so like dynamic. There are a lot of problems to solve. There are a lot of like things you need to do based on your thoughts and your creativity. It's not like black and white, this is wrong, this is right. That's not how game development is. It's so dynamic, it's so like big, creative, logical, everything. So if you just have this mindset that struggle doesn't mean bad, struggle actually means good. If you just flip your mindset to believe that, I promise you, you're going to learn not just game development, but everything in your entire life much better. Because struggle, that's how we actually learn. Maybe like Spanish or like learning languages are the exception, because it's like this is wrong, this is right, sure. But for things like game development, which is like 1,000 different fields, 1 million different problems and things you can do, then you can't just try to remember everything. You're barely going to do like the same thing over again. And if you are, you want to have like a different outcome, you want to have a different perspective to the thing, it's going to be so dynamic. So you need to understand it, you need to struggle, you need to do this active learning, you need to follow the struggle, build, repeat framework that I talked about, and that's going to be the best and only way to learn game development for you. And I'm so excited that you watched this video so far, and I know this is going to help you a ton if you actually apply it, so I'm really happy for you, bro. And as I said, if you want the entire process laid out step by step for you, then it's SmartIndie, first link in the description. Either way, thank you so much for watching this video.